All right, this is my new to me used kayak. I came here to the campsite to clear out a campsite for next weekend. But this gives you an idea of the area where we're camping. I'll take you through all the way to where I cleared the site. There's a sort of like a little canal or something. We're on a peninsula, not quite an island. There's water on like 3 sides, but not completely around. So I'm walking to where we all meet, and I guess you call it a general campsite. Kind of going up a hill here. All right, this is a campsite. Have a fire pit. We also have a table that we put on some concrete pilings that we found in woods. This is all wood for our fire pit. We're going to be out here 3 days. Some more wood for fire pit. We got a lot of wood. And this is somewhat the kiosk. Get out of the sun. We got something, a branch up there to hang a tarp in case it rains and all. But it's a table to put all of our food and stuff off the ground and then cover it up. So, and then somebody donated a barbecue pit. So we put some stepping stones there. I think I wasn't here when they did it, but it looks like they put it in concrete, so it's going to be here for a while. That gives us a big area to cook, and also we have a grill that fits over that fire pit, belonging to someone in the club. All right, so I'm going to take you to my campsite. We're going to go through. We can go through here.
Destination from there.
We had I had my phone, must have touched my phone, and it was you can see that at one time there was a logging outfit on this peninsula. We found that's where we got those concrete pillars. There's still remnants of it, a few places. But anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm heading out to my campsite. So it's full of leaves and lots of trees, lots of spider webs, which I don't particularly care for. Now I marked my spot. See these green things up here? Let me show you real close. That is I guess you'd call it a fluorescent cord that glows in the dark when you put a light on it. So what I did was I put these strategically down the path that I have to take at night. I'm gonna have a headlight, but still in all, everything looks the same here. So I've got them in a few places. Here's another one right there. That green thing. All right, so then I have one on this lower branch right there. So I'm down my path, and I have another one here, and continuing down the path I have another one there, and I should have one like somewhere around here. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so basically what that does, it leads me to my campsite. Which is right here. So this is what I did this morning. I cleared up pretty much. Let me get out of the sun. So I cleared out all of this area, cut down some palmettos and laid them on the ground. I'm going to stretch my hammock between one of these two trees right there in the middle to this tree right here, this one right there, and this one here or this one there. I'm not sure which one yet, but anyway, so my hammock is going to spread between those two, and then my tarp fits over it, coming towards me and going towards the other side. So I've got plenty of place here to set up my hammock. And if I ever decide that I want to camp in my tent, this spot is fairly level and it's fairly clean. All I'd have to do is kind of take off all these little sticks and stuff like that. But I mean, this would be a nice place to put a tent. So that's it. I'm right next to sort of a lagoon. It basically stops right there, right? You can see, I'm not sure you can see, let's see if I can zoom in. But that's not water, that is mud all up in here. The water's real low today for some reason. I don't know if it has anything to do with the wind. But it's a nice view. So when I wake up in the morning, this is what I'm going to be looking at. I'll be looking at some water and a fairly good scenery out in the wilderness. I'm talking about wilderness. All right, so head back. There's apparently a lot of armadillos because there's a lot of holes throughout the whole area. So I've walked this a couple of times, so I'm fairly familiar now that I could probably find my way around at night without having those strings, fluorescent strings. You know, you kind of mark certain things that you won't expect to see. Like, for example, I just went through that narrow passage there between those two trees, between that tree right there and that tree right there. It's fairly narrow. It's about, I guess, about 5 feet, maybe, something like that. So I remembered that. I know I got to pass through there. And there is somewhat of a path. Yeah. You just got to... And then coming back to the site, I'm looking for shells. And there they are. So when I hit the shells, the campsite is just to the left. Okay, back at the campsite. So we're expecting, you know, maybe anywhere from 12, 15, maybe even 20 people this next weekend. Some people will come out here for one day. Others will probably camp from Thursday to Sunday. My plan is to come out here Friday and stay until Sunday, so I'll camp out Friday night and Saturday night, and then leave midday Sunday, head back home. I'm going back to the boat. There's the water right there. I mean, I want to show you this big old tree. If you can see it, it is huge and it's bent over. Starts way up here. That is, the foot of this is in our campsite. And so it climbs way, way up there. And then it hangs over the canal, pretty far out. But it's just a huge tree. I have no idea how big that is, but I would say the diameter of that would probably be 8 feet maybe, something like that. It's big. It's a huge tree. Anyway, thought I'd show that to you. Now, over the weekend, all this area here is going to be full of boats. This is probably one of the best places that we can dock. Right now it's a little muddy. I got all muddy getting out of my boat. But that's part of kayaking. You are going to get messy. You bring boots. I got my boots on. See my boots? When I get back to the car, I'll put my Crocs on and that's it. It's very difficult to stay clean when you're camping. Anyway, back to my boat, my bateau. And I got to get out. See all that mud back there. I'm gonna have to push it as far as I can, step on some of these logs, and hopefully when I step in, I won't capote. All right, that concludes my little video. Let me head back to the house. Later, Gator.